All right, guys. Little shift in the wind, so we can't fly today. So we're repairing stuff, tinkering around. This is the Pilot the yak that I crashed the other day. I already worked on this yak. It had a little bit bigger prop on it than I think that engine wanted for some reason. That's a 15.8 I put on there because I put a 15.8 on this 20cc DLE, and it seemed to be very happy about that. So I put one on that DLE because it's a little bit less thrust as far as for 3D stuff goes, but I think this airplane is so light that it's going to be just fine handling that. So we'll see how it flies. I got it running really good here in the garage a couple hours ago, and we'll see how it flies next time I get it out. But moving back to the Pilot yak that I crashed, it cracked the box pretty good. Anywhere you see red marks on here, this whole thing is loose. If you look, I mean, it's pretty bad. It delaminated here, and if I flip this over, even this, the runner inside there, right here, it's loose here. So the whole thing needs to be just kind of squished back together, pushed back together a little bit, put some more angle stock in here, maybe do a little bit of fiberglassing just to give the edges and corners a little bit more rigidity. The main thing that I'm going to do is put a couple of runners in here. After I get all this glued up here and clamped, I'm going to put I'm going to take this piece and slide it in there, and hopefully it'll give it some rigidity. Then I'm going to take some runners and put them this way, and hopefully build it up, because I peeled all of this out of there. I peeled all this out, and I mean, it is just delaminating. It's just some old stuff, you know. It's been around a long time. This airplane's a 73 inch, I think it says. What does it say right here? Yak 5473. So I think that's 73 inches. It's got a 35cc on it, and boy, does it rip. Got this from Denny. It's a great airplane. I've got another one from him too. That's got a 30 or 32 in it, or something like that. And then I've got this yak, which is an Aerobees. These are both Pilots. They're identical airplanes, just a little bit different engines on them. That one I haven't set up for 3D stuff yet, and I'm going to. That one, the Aerobees one, it rips, boy. This thing is a mean monster. It's got a DLE 30 in it, and it's super lightweight. It's a great airplane. Flies awesome. Yeah, I gotta get the blades balanced for the what is that? The gyro bee is what they call that. So maybe I can get that thing together here while it's getting windy. Learn about balancing those blades a little bit. There's the extra. Man, did it fly great the other day. P-38's another project that I'm going to get working on here after I get the Starfire done. I just needed to take a little tiny break from the Starfire and I had some motivation to see what was really wrong with the yak and get a little repair started on it. I got these from Fiberglass Specialties for the cowlings on this, and what everybody wants to see is the superchargers. I'm probably going to end up overlap. I was talking to Matt today. He was over today, and I'm probably going to overlap these a little bit, because I think they're supposed to sit, the supercharger part's supposed to sit behind a little bit. So if I can find a spot to just overlap it and set it on the cover like this and push it far enough back, you know, hopefully it'll look good enough that no one really gets mad at me for doing what I'm going to do. I just don't want to put them here, because I just don't think I'm going to look at the scale and see what they look like. But gonna paint these some sort of copperish color. I don't know. Got any suggestions, let me know. I'm gonna take a look at a bunch of pictures and see what other people have done, but should be a fast bird. I'm gonna take what do I have for this thing? Oh yeah, I'm gonna put these on it. These are the OS 70 Surpasses. Boy, those things should get on here and just make this thing rip. And then I've got a pair of 48 Surpasses that are going to go on the, what is that thing? It's an A26 Invader, so that should be fun. I've got, Matt said he's got a prop for me for this thing, 15.8 I was going to put on that. I didn't realize I had another one. I put on, I put on the other yak. I got so many props and stuff I dug out, but I'll probably have to snag that one from him too, because it just, I don't know, it did not want the 17.6, but I've got that one over there is on a 16.6 I think, so they're 20 cc's, I don't know, 15 to 16, maybe down at sea level they can handle the 17. Yeah, that's a 16.8 on the Thunderbolt. That thing flies great too, but maybe I'll try a 15.8 out and see if I can get it to go a little bit faster, because we've clocked it at like 103 I think. So fun airplane. Hopefully the next few days I can get that yellow 3D thing out Matt gave to me, because I haven't let him see that fly yet. It does pretty good 3D with that little Sato 80 on it. So yeah, we'll get this thing going and get it repaired and get back on it. It's just a good airplane. It flies great. It does knife edge loops, and boy does it tumble and snap and do anything you want it to do. So thanks for watching. Alright guys, the initial clamp up is all done. I did the best I could to get it square. I actually took out another delaminated piece inside of there, so we'll add another little chunk in there. I know that some of this stuff in here, if you can see way back in there where my finger's touching, that stuff's delaminated too. Some of that is going to be the level where I'm going to glue the other piece on, so I might leave some of that in there because it's sort of stuck to the side, and just as a guide to keep me in where I need to be, because otherwise there's nothing else. That's all. Those are all got these little notches cut out of them, so they're like dovetailed in to the other side. So we'll see if we can get this thing together and get her going. I'm gonna go in and try and order some landing gear for it. Probably find some Amazon landing gear or something like that. We'll see how it goes. Thanks for watching, guys. Alright guys, a little bit of clamping, a little bit of epoxy. This thing's still drying up here. I'm probably going to run another clamp across here and here just to keep it nice and snug for the night so it doesn't sink down and move. I'm going to epoxy these in, probably run a bead of fiberglass on each edge, and then do the same thing on the other side. Run a little bit of, I'm probably going to run some fiberglass cloth in here for strength and inside, and you know, just along the edges, along with some sort of support bar or something. But I put a bunch of runners in there, probably overdid it a little bit, but like I said, this thing has so much power, it's not gonna, this little bit of weight I'm putting in here is not gonna matter too much. Doing it mostly for strength. I'm probably gonna fiberglass this side, and maybe even put a plate here. I don't know. I'm most likely gonna put a plate on each side though, just for some strength. Most likely on the inside is what I'm gonna try and do, a plate or some runners, just for some strength. Help this thing not twist apart and shake apart, because you know we are dealing with a little bit of old plywood. So hope you guys like watching. I'll keep you updated on this thing next couple days. Probably tomorrow I'm gonna finish it up and get it back together and run the motor and figure out why it died. I don't know. The tank seems fine. Here's the tank over here. And I mean, the clunk is moving to all corners of the earth, and I don't see any obstructions. This is a little filter or something in here, so maybe there's an obstruction in the filter. It's died twice now, so maybe there's some kind of fueling issue. I don't see any gunk or anything in the tank. There might be one little piece of something in there, but this filter is rather new, so I don't know why it died. I might take that piece out there, that little filter piece out there, and see if it wants to run a little bit better. I'm gonna double check this thing tomorrow for any more weak spots. Once I'll grab this and twist it and turn it a little bit. That's a little bit of a receipt paper that I used for in between the clamp and the epoxy, so I didn't get the clamp the epoxy to the plane. So thanks for watching. If you liked it, like, comment, subscribe for more.